If it was Tyson fighting against somebody else, I think Mike Tyson would be on the side, but on his corner. But too bad for him. Mike Tyson loved me more than him.
The biggest heavyweight fight of the year is right around the corner, and things are getting heated by the minute. Yep, Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury are firing shots at each other, and there's no stopping them. But it looks like this time, Ngannou is getting the last word after his brutal warning to the undisputed champion. So without further ado, let's get into everything Ngannou said about the upcoming epic clash. There's no doubt that Francis and Tyson are two of the best fighters on the planet, and they've existed on top simultaneously. But October 28th is set to settle the score between these two, as only one will walk away with victory. And if you want to take Ngannou's word on it, he's damn sure it's going to be him. The Predator promised Fury that he'd knock him down in their mega fight. Yep, you heard that right. I'm sure you know Ngannou's debut in the ring is the upcoming clash. Yeah, he's fought in the octagon millions of times, but he still hasn't tested his waters in boxing yet. I guess this fight will decide what's in store for him. Don't take the guy lightly, though. Let's not forget that he was the UFC's heavyweight champion before he called it quits with the promotion. But still, calling Fury out in his own game? Come on, you gotta give it to him for that. Plus, it doesn't end here. Oh no. If you think Ngannou's secretly trembling in the boots for going after the biggest name in the division, you're wrong! Coming into the fight as the big underdog has nothing on him. Even with his little to no boxing experience, Ngannou's sure he will send Fury crashing to the floor at least once, and he thinks it's going to be the winning shot, the Cameroonian fighter told TMZ. He's good at coming back up. We're going to find out how good he is, but he's going to hit that canvas. I have been studying him for the past 3 years. I have been to some of his fights. He will hit the canvas. Francis has been wanting a fight with the Gypsy King for years, so we can only imagine all the notes he has on him. This guy is going to walk into the ring with a solid game plan. And if you really think about it, nothing is stopping him from making history here. Yeah, Francis believes he's going to become the first fighter in history to come out on top against Fury. And the best part? He's going to take out the champion in his debut fight. Come on, now that's going to mark the start of one of the best boxing careers ever. Think about it. Not even the best pro boxers have been able to take down Fury in the ring, so Francis can really shock the fight world to its core with this win. We all know that Cameroonians have the heaviest punch on the planet. That's not a theory, it's a scientifically proven fact. So the right shot, at the right place, and at the right time can really do a lot of damage. Now, I know I said Ngannou's the big underdog in the fight, but that doesn't mean he hasn't gotten his fair share of people baking him on this one. And guess who tops the list? If you guessed boxing legend Mike Tyson, you're absolutely right. Oh yeah, Mike's team Ngannou in the upcoming epic clash. And no, it doesn't end here. The boxing legend is also coaching Ngannou for the fight, so he knows what Fury will be up against, and he said it's not looking good for the Gypsy King. Ngannou's really putting in the work to make sure he gets his hand raised in the ring, and our guy Mike is a witness to all the effort. The boxing legend said, "I don't think Fury will have an easy time against Ngannou at all. Contrary to popular belief, I think anything is possible." Francis has a hard punch. Now, if we've learned something, it's that no one should take Mike's words with grains of salt. This man's got a lot of experience in the ring to know exactly what he's talking about. Plus, he's passing all his years' worth of wisdom to Ngannou, so Fury better watch too. Isn't it all too bad for the Gypsy King, who was even named after Mike Tyson? Well, business is business, and Mike's backing Ngannou in the upcoming bout. Plus, he isn't the only one warning Fury about what he's in for. Roy Jones Jr. hopped on the bandwagon too. He told the Sporting Post, "If Ngannou hits you, it could be fatal. He can punch, and if he catches you right, he can be a problem." The former pro boxer also added that he hasn't had any pro boxing experience, but he does have fighting experience, and he knows how to punch. And let me tell you, Ngannou's punch gave almost every fighter in the UFC nightmares. So if Fury thinks this fight is going to be like any other one, he's in for a surprise, and it's not going to end well. Francis just needs to get the technique right, and who knows, he might become the first person on the planet to brag about beating Tyson Fury. But still, let's not forget who he's going up against. No matter how hard you try, you can't really downplay Tyson. Yeah, Ngannou is a wrecking machine, but Fury, oh, his man is a freaking beast. He's got a perfect score after all, and I'm sure he's going to put his best foot forward to make sure it stays perfect. And after all, boxing is Fury's game. Ngannou is an underdog because he's new to the field. For all we know, he may be the better fighter between the two. But at the end of the day, it all really comes down to experience, doesn't it? And Fury's got way more of it than Ngannou. The Predator, on the other hand, is new to the game. Don't get me wrong, if this fight were happening in the octagon instead of a ring, our guy Francis would easily have the upper hand. Yeah, because MMA is his field, boxing sadly isn't. So it's really hard to predict what will go down in the ring, but Fury definitely has a major advantage over his opponent. But you know what they say, one shot can decide the outcome of the fight, so it can be anyone's game. Now, Ngannou isn't the only one with fatal warnings. Knowing Tyson Fury, I'm sure you know he's got a lot of heated words for his opponent too. Plus, if you really think about it, he's got more to lose in the upcoming match, so if anyone should be under pressure, it's him. Yes, he's the undefeatable champion, but just think of him actually losing to an MMA guy for a second. I can already imagine all the headlines absolutely slamming the boxer. It's hard to believe his rep would be the same if he fails to walk home with victory. It's going to be way better if he loses his undefeated title to a pro boxer, because that won't look that bad on his resume. The upcoming crossover fight is set to take place in Saudi Arabia under the standard boxing rules, and it's going to be a 10-round fight. Fury's WBC title isn't on the line, so if Ngannou takes the win home, he won't be taking any belts with him. But I'm sure stripping Fury off his undefeated title is giving the Cameroonian enough motivation to keep going, and he doesn't need a shiny gold belt. Ngannou has been wanting to try his hand at boxing for a really long time now, so this is a big deal to him. Of course, he wasn't allowed to step into the ring while he was signed to the UFC because Dana White isn't a fan of his fighters putting on boxing gloves, but he got into training as soon as he left the UFC and signed with the PFL instead. PFL's already doing so much more than the UFC for him. I mean, landing his first boxing fighter ever with the Tyson Fury? Come on, that's a fight of his dreams, and oh, the fans too. The fight world had been asking for this one for months now, and now that it's finally happening, it's making a lot of buzz. Everyone's talking about it and sharing their 2 cents on it, including pro fighters such as John Jones, Stipe Miocic, Michael Bisping, and so on. They're all going to tune in for the mega fight. I just hope Fury knows this upcoming bout isn't going to be child's play. We'll just have to see how this one plays out. So there you have it. Fight the world. That's all the latest details I have on the epic clash, but don't fret, because I'll be back with more. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more exclusive content. Make sure to like this video, comment, and share it with friends. I'll see you next time, and until then, peace out.